Hey, my goal is 167K a month in profit. I'm currently at 128K. That means I have 39,000 that I need to make up. This video is just one of many daily updates that you guys can check out on this channel. I basically give you the play-by-play day by day. As of the time of this recording, we have just hit 14 subs. That's new. Yesterday we were at 0. I will be doing 3 things in this video. The first is I'll do some viewer Q&A just to improve the probability that I get engagement here. People are going to leave comments and stuff, asking me questions. I'll make sure to attend to them first. Then I'm going to do a quick recap of the actionables that I put in place yesterday. The main actionable was I was going to poll my community. I was going to see the various topics that they came up with for templates that I'm going to produce. And then the third is going to be some strategy and implementation. Today, I'm going to be talking about Instagram. So for those of you that don't know, I just launched an Instagram profile about 2 weeks ago, and we're already almost at around 6,000 subs. And one of my videos has over 300,000 views. So that one's a banger. That one's probably going to hit like 500. I don't know how Instagram works. I imagine it's probably some exponential like this or inverse exponential. But I think we're like right around here. So I think realistically, we'll probably hit like 400K or 500K. Anyway, I'll cover all that in a second. Let's start with the viewer QA. So I don't yet have a good process for this. Also, you might be wondering, why the hell am I dressed like a freaking burrito? Well, it's negative 26 degrees in Calgary right now. That's negative 15 degrees or so Fahrenheit for our freedom loving friends. That's really cold. If you were to stay outside for, I don't know, more than like, I want to say 45 minutes without clothing, you would probably get hypothermia and die. So I know somebody left part, and I'm just going to really quickly double check. Looks like it was Michelle. So Michelle said, hey, thanks for everything that you do, man. Here's something to feel your thoughts. You have to reach $2 million a year without increasing your audience size. Which 1 to 2 high leverage skills mastered by your audience would make that goal inevitable? Like, what skills or systems could you empower your make money with make fam that would drive scalable monetization, retention, higher conversions, that sort of stuff to create a win-win scenario, pun intended, nice, where both you and your following experience rapid growth? This is an interesting question. So just to back this up a bit, are you asking, what are some monetizable skills I can teach the people in my community to make me more money? Is that what the question is? I think that's what the question is. Scalable monetization, retention, higher conversions, that sort of stuff. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good question. So from my understanding, Michelle is asking, hey man, let's just pretend that you can't increase your audience at all. My audience combined across all these platforms is like 50 something thousand now, right? So hypothetically, we got to fix the audience. How would you scale that up to do the $2 million a year goal, the $167,000 a month one that I put in place? Well, obviously, like, let's just be logical about this here. If I want to increase, so can I like take a screenshot of this? I might just want to take a screenshot of this just so I have like some posterity here. If I go back here, can I paste this? Oh, I can paste it. Oh man, this tool, Excalidraw, insane, fantastic. Okay, so basically, let's just, okay, so I always like to start by taking stock. So let's just take stock. I currently have, let's just say 50K subs, 50K audience, 50K audience size, okay? And then I make, or I just made, I should say, because we don't know if this is entirely going to be recurring, 128K profit. So what we can do is we can work out like a profitability metric by the size of my audience, a multiplier, right? So if we do 128, we divide that by 50, that is going to be equal to 2.14 or something like that. Is that right? 2.56, my bad. So 2.56. So basically, my monetization of my audience is 2.56. So basically $2.50 per audience member. What Michelle is asking is, how do we take this 2.56 and then make it this instead, which is going to be 3.34. So how do we go from this to this? Okay. How do we increase the monetization of my audience without necessarily increasing the number of members in that audience? Obviously, I'm going to be doing both, right? But this is a big part of like my strategy for the next bit. Now, he added sort of an interesting qualifier here. He said, what sort of skills could we add to, your Make Money with Make Fam? That's my high level community. And I imagine for the purpose of this, I'm just going to go Maker School Fam as well. Basically all of the people that like pay money for me to create a win-win scenario with both me and my following experience rapid growth. Well, here's what I would probably have to do. Okay. If you think about it, I have like my goal is I want to create an evolution. There is like, this is like a ladder, staircase. Okay. So right now I have a product called Maker School, which you pay $66 a month to be in. And I wish I could increase the price, but school, for whatever dumbass reason, doesn't let me like add more than 20 prices. So I'm literally capped out. I can't make this $67 a month. If I could have made this like 90 bucks a month by now, I would have already hit my goal, right? But whatever. So here's my idea. This is, I don't know, like 1.4K a year. When somebody comes and starts engaging with me, the first thing they do is they kind of take the first step here, okay? Maybe this is like $0. They take the first step. In between this and this is some transformation where I help them make money. So during this transformation, maybe they're now making like 5K a month or something, right? That's kind of how that works. That kind of looks like an X, but whatever. Now for Maker School to make money with Make, and I don't actually know for sure if it's 5K a month. Maybe some people make like 3, 4, other people make like 10 or 15 as we've seen. So it doesn't, it's not like a desired thing. For Maker School to make money with Make, let's say they go from Maker School, then they go to make money with Make. That transformation there might make them, let's say like 15K a month, And not everybody's going to hit 15. Some will hit 5, some will hit 10, some will hit 15. Some like Saad, for instance, will hit like 80. So what I want to do is I want to create some mystery product for, I don't know, like let's say $20,000 a year, where if you go from Make Money with Make to the next product, maybe now you're making 50K a month. So now you're winning, right? This was about a 3X. This is about a 3X. I think that's reasonable. I don't know for sure, but I'm just like spitballing. Then now that they're all the way up here, they're making $50,000 a month, 600K a year, and then they can pay me 20K a year. Okay. So I guess what I'm trying to say is a good way for me to do this is for me to produce some sort of higher level offering that allows people to engage in this transformation, so that, they win more, meaning that when they win, I can take some proportional percentage of that because I'm the one that helped them win in the first place. So we could either do it on a percentage basis, like we could, make it cost 20K a year, which is, I don't know, $1,600 a month or something. Or we could do, I don't know, maybe we have like some fixed fee. Maybe it's like 6K a month, or sorry, 6K a year, plus like 5% of the revenue. If you think about it, if we do 6K a year plus 5% of the revenue and they make 50K a month on average, that's basically plus 30K, which is a total of 36K. Sounds pretty cool. Although I think if I were to do a percentage of revenue, I probably have to take a lot more active a role in the management of these businesses, which I don't really want to. So yeah, I guess to answer your question, Michelle, the simplest way to do this would be to, for me to create a third sort of offering in addition to the low ticket, the mid ticket, and then the high ticket, where I help people, learn to monetize even more, learn to retain even more, learn to convert even more. And then ultimately it's a win-win scenario for everybody. I hope that makes sense. Again, this is like, if you looked at some of my logic in the last video, a big chunk of what I was saying was like, I could do a high ticket community and I could charge a lot of money, but would it make sense? I worked out in the last video that no, I don't believe so at this moment. There are probably easier ways for me to make money, like templates, for instance. I guess templates would apply in this case too. Like by me creating some templates, it might assist my viewers and audience to drive scalable monetization, retention, and higher conversion. So I guess they're both a win-win. But yeah, I think the high ticket community is like the simplest answer to your question. Or some sort of like advisory offer where I like advise a company and then in return I get some percentage of their growth. Or maybe, percentage of revenue. That might not be a bad idea. So who I really like? I like this guy called Jackie Chu. He's actually the guy that inspired me to get into YouTube from like day one. He's right over here. So how I'm doing my daily stuff now. So part of this is inspired by this guy because he does, for the most part, like daily build in public series. I think the way that he's built it, like the way that he set it up is quite suboptimal. And Jackie, if at any point you end up coming back in time and you watch this video, just, I'd be down to grab a beer with you and walk you through it. But I think the way that you're doing is suboptimal. But I'm pretty sure what Jackie does is he does some sort of like partnership model, and that works really well. So yeah, hope that makes sense. That was the very first thing that I wanted to do. Let's do a quick recap of, what I did yesterday. We'll start with Q&A. We'll do our quick little recap now. And then finally, at the end, we'll do strategizing for the latter part. I really need to learn how I got to figure out the hotkey. You know what? One of the things I'm going to do for my actionables is learn hotkeys for Excalibur, because obviously I like this. And I'm going to be using it a lot. Okay, so to recap, my goal or my task from yesterday was, to poll my community. Like this is my main revenue driver, I should say. Poll my community and use it to build templates. I haven't built the templates, but maybe use it to ideate. Probably a better word, because I'll build the templates later. On top of all the daily stuff that I do, right? Like this is what I'm doing, ideating templates. So I did, and I have fantastic results and news from people. Shit, I don't really know how to do this. No. What would you like to learn? Oh, what do you want to know? This one right here. Hi, I want to better serve you, so I'm running an informal poll to help me gather the next few months of video content. I'll ask my YouTube eventually, but I consider the people in my community to be a small slice of the internet that actually takes action, so I figured I'd start here. The question, what do you want to know that I haven't yet covered? Do you want to know about a specific system, wider concepts, mindset issues? Tons of people in my community have all answered. So that's the smallest part. Luar wants Minecraft tutorials. That cracks me up so much, man. And then here I received 50. And these are awesome, right? We have like RAG system questions. We have AI concepts from the ground up. We have automated reporting system. We have a bunch of stuff, honestly. So, like basically what I'm saying is I've sourced. I guess if we just add these up, this is 20, and then this other one here was 50. So far we have 70 suggestions. 69 actually, because I answered one of them, my favorite number. And I think in the next, I told myself I'd give an additional 48 hours. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait, until February the 7th. And then February the 7th, I'm going to come back. And then that'll be my daily task for that day. It'll be to just come up with all the templates that I'm going to be creating. And who knows, maybe I end up making more than 3 templates, right? There's no reason I need to stick, those are stars, stick to 3 templates. I could do more, especially if they're adjacent. So that's where I'm at with the actionables from yesterday. I'm pretty stoked about it. What I'm going to talk about now is I'm going to talk about some strategy surrounding what I'm doing today and like a big thing that's coming up. So what I want to chat about is my Instagram. And I really want to like derive the most value out of my Instagram. For those of you that don't know, I have an Instagram here at Nick_Sarayev. And I started it, geez, I don't even know now. Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. So less than 2 weeks ago, it's at 6,000 followers. And the top watched reel here is 317K, with the second being 150K, the third being 57.7, this being 45.7, right? So, that's pretty good. What I think is going to happen is Instagram is going to be a primary growth channel. So I need to figure out, given that I'm pretty sure it's going to be a primary growth channel, just given the growth. I mean, like, let's just plot YouTube versus Instagram right now, just to be clear. And this is a new channel, right? So just in terms of sheer follower growth alone, in the last, let's do 14 days. In the last 14 days on YouTube, can we just sort this out? So last 7? No, I don't really care about that. Let's go custom. So instead of last 7, I just want 14, right? Should be good. I think that's 14. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, right? 22nd. Okay. So I gained 5,000 subscribers in the last 14 days. So YouTube gained 5,000. Then Instagram gained 6,000. Now, these two numbers aren't exactly comparable, right? Because I put different amounts of effort into each. They're also different platforms, and they like have different sorts of content. Also, my long form stuff is YouTube. So a viewer of my Instagram and a viewer of my YouTube, they're just not really like, you can't actually one-to-one, apples to apples compare them, because if you think about people from my Instagram, they're watching like 30-second clips, whereas people from my YouTube are watching, I think the average watch time is like 9 or 10 minutes or something. So yeah, you do the math on that and it's like very, very fundamentally different numbers. I don't know why my hotkey isn't working to go back and forth in the screen share, but I guess we'll just stick with the screen share. So anyway, regardless, here's how I see Instagram. You know how I was like kind of drawing my funnel and stuff like that? Um, Actually, I don't know if I did that here. Basically, the way that I see it is Instagram is actually this area right over here in my funnel. It's actually the top funnel because the viewers are generally a lot less qualified and they're just less like business adjacent stuff than everywhere else. So what I'm thinking is when somebody comes in, right, odds are they're going to be coming in primarily through my Instagram in the future. And my Instagram will be mega top of funnel. We'll just talk about like general AI stuff, like what I'm doing right now, which is like, hey, here is 3 free chatbots to use. This is like mega top of funnel. That's mega top. Then this over here, which was previously my top of funnel, will be sort of like my top of funnel, YouTube. And then here will be my low ticket, which might be like Maker School or something. Then here would be my mid ticket, obviously. Maybe I'll have to change the name eventually because, there are a lot of things changing in the marketplace. Maybe Make isn't the best thing to brand. I shouldn't just brand it around Make. Maybe I should do it around like no code or automation general. This is the mid ticket. And then, eventually I have some sort of high ticket like I was talking about. So this is going to be like my coaching stack, coaching, consulting, info, product stack. And somewhere around here, there's going to be some sort of template thing. But this is I'm thinking what it's going to look like. So I'm going to drive like a lot of awareness, basically. Like you can kind of think about this stage here as the like awareness building. And then like these stages over here to be basically like the, like action stages. These are where like you're aware. Maybe this over here, the YouTube is like interested. And then down here is like the action. And then over here, it's just like the, I don't know, what do you want to call it? What's a good way to brand it? Advocate, probably. Like people here are probably going to be like vocally advocating for the stuff that I talk about just because I've made them a ton of money, right? That's a win-win-win. But this is what I'm thinking the funnel is going to be like. So the goal then is I need to find a mechanism by which I distribute my followers and diversify them across both platforms. But also that like I predominantly funnel things from Instagram over to YouTube. Like I want like a waterfall sort of effect to YouTube. I want like a waterfall sort of effect from YouTube to like, like paid stuff. So how do I maximize the probability, I guess, in the conversion rate between Instagram and YouTube? Just off the top of my head, like I'm going to need a mechanism by which I could track this. I don't have that right now, right? Like I just put this channel together 2 weeks ago with the help of a guy that I'm working with. There's no tracking mechanism, no nothing. So I need like a way to track. So I need to track inter-platform conversions. That's like the first thought I'm thinking, what you track improves. So I need a way to track inter-platform conversions. Then I need to optimize Instagram to YouTube conversion rate. Maybe click-through rate and then conversion rate. I need to cross-link everything better. Just off the top of my head. Cross-promote better because, why is everything siloed right now? What else do I need to do? So far, my Instagram has just been very top-level stuff. Like I don't want to actually like, play the video, but it's you don't need ChatGPT Premium anymore. Instead, use these 3 tools. DeepSeek is one of them. Obviously, DeepSeek blew the hell up. So there's that. But I basically need a way to take this general interested in technology audience and then convert them into like much more specific automation people. So what can I do there? I guess I need to vary the content so that it both builds awareness, which is what it's doing right now with these like kind of trend things, and then B, converts IG to YouTube. So how do I do that right now? Well, I can think of a couple of different types of content here. Right now I have so I have awareness content. Let's actually just rebrand this. I have like AI news content, right? That's basically what all this is. And let me just see, is all of this AI news? So anything that's new, so anything that just launched, it's new, it's free, it's this, it's that. Wow, we misspelled that thumbnail. I need to fix that. Okay, whatever, I'll fix that afterwards. So we have AI news content. Shit, we need a different type. What was the other type of content? I was thinking about this. We need like AI implementation content. Actually, I don't know if this is a fair breakdown because my AI news content is kind of like AI implementation content actually already, right? Like DeepSeek just came out. Here's how to use it. It's not just dry. So I actually don't even know if I don't even think I have any AI news content. Okay, instead of like wasting my time with the eraser, this is way funner. So we have AI implementation content right now. What I'm going to do instead is I'm also going to offer like no code content. I need a little bit of no code content, which basically takes, uses AI, but via API. Okay. Via API instead of just like, that uses the platform. SaaS or platform. So basically we're going to start converting people from purely like interest or purely interested in like the AI platform, like, hey, here's how to prompt DeepSeek, over to no code content. Hey, here's how you can actually systematize DeepSeek to like make money. And then down over here, I think I should also do like AI money content that doesn't just like talk tools, but how to use them. Maybe not how to use them, but how to make money with them. And then what I can do is I could CTA my YouTube on this stuff. Then I could also CTA my YouTube on this stuff. That's probably the best way to do it. No code content that uses AI via API or like N8N or like make.com, right? Anything like that. Then at the end, I could CTA my YouTube for like specific guides, and then AI money content that doesn't just talk tools, but how to, make money with them. And then I could CTA my YouTube. That seems pretty good to me. I think on top of that, one more thing is why don't I also do like clips from YouTube, like intros, basically just the hooks. Yeah, that'll add a lot of interest here. We'll CTA YouTube as well. Okay, so if I have 30 days and I'm assuming I'm posting every day, what proportion of these, just working from like the top of the funnel down to the bottom of the funnel here, should I have each of these be? Well, just off the top of my head, like this should probably be the biggest, right? So I don't know, I have 5 categories. Man, how do I fit 5 into this with like an exponential decrease, right? What's this like 15 vids? This is like 5 vids? No. 15 videos. Maybe like 8 videos. I'm just totally no idea what I'm doing here. Maybe this is like 4 videos. And then maybe this is like 1 video. Sorry, 3 videos. Let's do 5 and 2 instead. Yeah, that seems reasonable to me, just off the top of my head. I mean, the unfortunate thing is if I go 2 videos for the clips should be the easiest things to make because I'm just like, I already have all the content, right? Hmm. Yeah, shit, I don't actually know. 15, 8, 5, 2. I could probably, I'm just thinking in my head, like I could probably stare at this forever and there's no way that I can know which one of these is right. I just have to like start throwing stuff against the wall and then I'll optimize the ratio of this content later. That's probably what I'm thinking. Like, who knows? Is 15 the best number? Is 8? Is 5? Is 2? No, probably not. But this is like a good enough place for me to start. I spent, a solid few minutes thinking this through, so I'm reasonably confident. I could spend another like half an hour just staring at this. I don't really believe I'd make much progress, so I'm just gonna leave it there. But yeah, that's I guess the idea for my Instagram right now. So, we got kind of like a couple of futures here. Like if we hit like, I don't know, let's say outcomes and then I'll have some dream outcomes. This is going to be the dream. So we hit, let's just go up here, 6K in 14 days, right? So the dream outcome is, let's say 2 months. So let's say 4 times this length of time, basically. And that'll put us at around April 5th. Outcomes by April 5th. Because I'd like to be able to move on to different platforms. Like I want to cover all these platforms this year. So the dream outcome is, we basically just double the growth every period. So we get 6K in the first doubling period. Okay. How about over the course of the next 60 days? So then we'd grow by 12K in the next, which would put us at 6 plus 12K plus 24K plus 48K plus 96K. So that by the end of it, I would have 186,000 followers by that date. So that's like, dream 2x doubling. That's basically like exponential growth, right? That's fantastic. Let me think of a couple of other outcomes. What if instead we didn't do that? But what if instead the actual number just grew 6, then it would be 12, then it'd be 24, then it'd be 48, it'd be 96. So maybe we go 96K. That's sort of like 2x every 2 weeks, which is still really good. This is like dream 2x grow. What's the term? Oh, geez. I selected everything here and I have no idea how to stop. I think another possible outcome is that I just don't really grow exponentially. And so we just take the 6 and then we multiply, we take 6 times 4. So I have 30K. What if I only ever grow, 6K every 14 days? And then realistically, there's also another one, which is that like I just basically don't grow at all. This growth was unprecedented. I got really lucky and we're just going to like be at, I don't know, 12,000 or so. I should know pretty quick. I mean, like basically the trajectory of this so far has been like, it's not like growing exponentially here, but it's kind of like this. So even if, it kind of like tops out and we kind of go back and forth and this is 6K and this was 14 weeks or 14 days, then, this 30-day period, maybe 60-day period or whatever, I think that somewhere in between these two is likely, just like from my gut. That's kind of like a smiley face. So I think realistically, like a median outcome here, I always like to look at all of the like really positive outcomes, really negative outcomes, and just take like the median probable case. The median probable case is I'll be at like 50K or something like that. Assuming that like I don't absolutely shit the bed or just crush it like insane. If I do that, then by April 5th, after 2 months, I'll have 50K followers on IG. And then assuming that I continue to grow at the rate at which I'm currently growing, and, keep in mind, I grew 5K subs in the last 14 days on YouTube. And that means that, by April the 5th, I'm at 46 right now. Let's do days until April 5th, 2025, 55 days. So 55 divided by 14 is 3.9. 3.9 times 5 is 19. That plus 46 is 65. And I'd have 65K followers on YouTube. This would make me a pretty formidable force, eh? Yeah, I'd probably just be, I'd very quickly become, if not the biggest, one of the biggest producers in this space. And I think it'd be a total cake. That's assuming that there's no added follower growth on my YouTube because of my Instagram. If I could convert ideally I'd convert 20%. Okay. Just 20% audience sharing between everything. Then that would instantly be 75K. That's crazy, man. That'd be crazy. Since that's by April 5th, I'd be able to hit my goal of having over 150,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That'd be easy, total cakewalk. Okay, great. So obviously I need to double down on this. Can I post twice a day? So just to be clear, my workload for Instagram was basically nothing. I had a guy that I'm working with help me by creating a bunch of scripts on recent AI news. And I loaded them all into a teleprompter, put it on top of my camera, and then I just recorded 20 or 17 clips in 15 minutes. I just said, hey, how's it going? My name is Nick, blah, blah, blah. I have a lot of experience with teleprompters, so that's pretty easy. It was a total cakewalk. So if I just if I just post twice a day, do you think that's going to work? I don't know. Maybe let's not think about it. Okay, cool. So anyway, I have a bunch of ideas here. I think this is sufficient for me to start moving. I'm leaning, I've thought more about this high-ticket community and stuff. This makes sense as long as it doesn't necessarily scale one-to-one with my time. I need to track inter-platform conversions is the big thing. So basically, my actionables today have the same color. Yeah, shit, I'm using the same color. Let's use a different one. My actionable number 1 is I need to track inter-platform conversions. So find way to track inter-platform conversions. So I could see how many people are going from my IG to my YouTube. And maybe, I don't know, maybe I could go the other way too. Yeah, that might be a good idea. At least look into it because I don't know off the top of my head. You guys might know, I don't. Analyze YouTube and Instagram, CRO basically. And then make changes. That seems pretty easy. Cross-link, yeah. So that's what these two are going to be. Maybe analyze all web properties. I don't know why we'd separate these into 2 tasks, but that's what I did earlier. So I might as well stick with it. The 4th thing is build content production plan. Based on that preliminary breakdown that I did. And I'll send to my assistant. So he'll be able to help me create a content, actually go and create the content based off of that, which will be helpful. So those sound like some good actionables for me. I think I know more or less what I'm going to do. Yeah. If you guys have stuck with me for this full 30-minute video, you guys are champs. I hope that this helped, and I hope it provided you a little bit of clarity onto how I'm considering moving forward. Again, just to reiterate, I'm going to make $39,000 a month more than when I started this, and we're just going to see how long it takes for me to do so. And yeah, I guess I've just been burritoed up the whole time. So I hope you guys have a warmer day than I did. Cheers.